In the general election, things that we're keeping an eye out for, just in terms of the impact down ballot, the quantity of outside money will undoubtedly drive turnout. The thing to keep an eye on is voter enthusiasm. At this point, I should stop and say, we are not in the predictions business. If we could accurately predict the outcome of elections, we would move to Las Vegas and do it professionally. But we can talk about things we see as being likely. And I think at this point, it's safe to say that in the US Senate race, whomever the Republican nominee ends up being, it will be fundamentally about people's perception around the failed rollout of Obamacare versus the perception of the Republican leadership through the legislature. My personal opinion is at this point, it's still very early, I think Obamacare so dramatically enthuses Republican and likely Republican voters and so significantly discourages Democrat and Democratic likely voters that that will be the motivating factor in our election in the Senate race. The only thing I can think that would lead me to say that it won't be very, very close is if the Republican primary for the US Senate goes to a runoff. I don't think that necessarily means that it's more or less likely that Hagan wins. I just think it changes the dynamics somewhat in terms of the Republican candidate having to run again so soon after the first primary, the money they have to spend, the likelihood that the two in the runoff would have to go at each other pretty significantly.